Welcome to map number 3 between Ciara and KemPeR. It is Tarina stand. It is Ciara who's spawning in the top left spawn position and KemPeR who's spawning in the bottom right spawn position. Both of them with half first, and both of them do need to win this map, of course, in order to win the best of 3, in order to start with a victory into this Extreme Masters season. So Ciara, after completely dominating right from the start all the way to the end on Twisted Meadows, and after also doing very well in the early game of the second map, which was on Turtle Rock, yeah, he's gonna have to basically keep it together and continue playing his early games the way he did, and this time follow it up like he did on TM. And yeah, KemPeR, what can he take from those two games? Don't freak out if the early game isn't going too great.
Job's done.
Then again, Ciara went for a pretty, you know, uncommon strategy. Even in late 2007, this was already super old school what he played there. And I guess he felt like after he delayed the arcane sanctums of KemPeR, and he got the first shamans out, he probably was a little bit overconfident and thought that he could fight a lot more efficiently than he ended up doing.
Ready for action.
So for Ciara, the lesson is probably don't go overboard if the early game is great. So once again, IEM against Farseer. There's the entrance of the base here. Tower will be built here. Exact same build that we've seen on maps number 1 and 2. And for Ciara, he is going to go for some harassment this time. So despite the fact that this map is not really one that, you know, lends itself to great harassment early on, because the rush distance is insanely long, he's not gonna go and creep level 2 first, like he almost level 2, like he did on Twisted Meadows. He's gonna go straight across the map and start harassing there. Then again, he's not going to be punished too greatly for that, because KemPeR, like on the previous maps as well, isn't using any militia to creep here early on. He just wants to have as much lumber as he possibly can early on to then tech at like 300 lumber, which completely negates the purpose of his build. But it still worked out on Turtle Rock. So imagine what he can do if he techs in time. No shop this time before the tech, as Ciara plans to spend the first first while of this match. Nice lasted here against the Rogue. To spend the first while of this map on the other side of the map anyway. And KemPeR, 250, let's see. Okay, taking a little bit earlier than previously, still quite a bit behind his opponent's tech. And now he's gonna try and finish this one to get the level 2. Ciara might be going for the same thing here, but unless KemPeR screws up, he shouldn't be given the chance to do so. Now he needs to last hit, and he does, and he gets the level 2. New wolves spawned here for Ciara. And by the way, he got all 3 of those wizards with only the 2 first wolves that he spawned in the beginning. And yeah, next pair of wolves is gonna aid these grunts in creeping the next little green camp to secure level 2 for this Farseer, which yeah, is gonna be of great help for him to finish off low HP footmen, creeps, maybe a low HP AM. But so far Ciara has not at all been able to do any damage to the AM. KemPeR has very successfully handled the harassment so far of his opponent, you know, placing his AM on the worst possible spot from Ciara's point of view. Surround attempt, he doesn't get it. Does he now? Grunt turning around. Now he finally gets a bit of damage done against the AM. This Grunt looked almost surrounded there for a second, but he decides to go for the Wolf. Yeah, getting a little bit more XP. I mean, the Wolves with their 200 hit points, 0 armor, are rather, you know, rather easy to target down. and back then gave even more XP than they do these days. So yeah, now we see the Chain Lightning at work for the first time. He's getting the first footman kill, taking plenty of damage on his Farseer in return. The IEM, yeah, just running around the forest here a couple times, and the footman should survive here, no problem. And this time, yeah, this is not a fight that the IEM can take. Now he's finally getting a little bit of damage done to him. Tech here has finished. This time it is the TC second again. Spirit Lodge, and I'm assuming a Beastery here. Yes, so this time he's going for the same strat again as he played on TM, but with a way worse early game. Both of the heroes at somewhat similar XP. Farseer continues creeping here in the middle. MK second is coming, and Arcane Sanctums are... he's building them at the bottom. Looks like he's afraid of some more aggression again. He would have had the space here for one, and well, if this lumber mill was placed a little bit more to the side, basically anywhere else, then he could have built a second one at the bottom. So IEM heading across the map here. Is he going to be able to do anything about this? No, he isn't. TC is about to spawn. Farseer getting closer and closer to level 3. And now he's going to be the one forced to defend. TC is out, already skilled. So we do see that he's going to have Shockwave skilled here. No Aura first or anything like that. First Raider coming. First Walker not yet coming. Soon to be built. The Arcanes are about to finish for KemPeR, who starts applying pressure to the first burrow here. Fortunately for Ciara, it's only a level 2 IEM, so the damage output of the water metals isn't all too crazy, especially since they are more busy moving around than actually attacking. Now Ciara is coming in, going for the IEM here at first with his wolves, and it's fast here. First Raider is spawning, first Grunt is going down, first Walker is in production as well, and it doesn't seem like there's all too much that KemPeR can achieve here anymore. MK has actually joined the army. Does he get this around here on the Farseer? Yes, he does, and there needs to be a town portal used immediately. Chain Lightning onto the IEM, but the damage output isn't enough. Nice little success there for KemPeR, as with slow and bold, there's always a good chance of hero focus against Farseer and TC. And getting rid of the town portal can definitely backfire on the Orc later on. So first Walker is now out as well. More Raiders coming. Second Raider coming before the Ensnare upgrade. Looks like he didn't have too much lumber to work with early on. And KemPeR is actually trying to keep the pressure up here. First Sorceresses are out, but yeah, once there's a lot of Ensnare, and I'm assuming he'll get the first heal scroll now. Come on, do it. No? Okay, not getting any items thus far, which could really turn out to be a mistake. There's still a speed scroll on the TC. Shockwave is okay-ish. TC is the first target here, but being pulled back. And yeah, even without the heal scroll, Ciara is doing just fine here. So far, the water mantle distracting the raiders a little bit. I'm guessing this footman should be taken down eventually by the superiorly fast wolf. And now with the first slow, it looks like KemPeR is actually willing to take this fight here. First Raider is being microed back. The MK is being put back as well. First Raider is being taken down. And the second Raider is also in some trouble. There is still another bolt available on the Mountain King, and it looks like he doesn't even have to spend that one since the Raider's turning around for another Ensnare. And now the Militia are coming in, and he used the speed scroll already, so this could turn out to be horrible again for Ciara. I don't think he's got the means to take this Mountain King down unless he's being horribly blocked for even longer than he already has. But that's not going to happen. He's soon going to have another bolt. The Mountain King really needs to be careful here though. Now he's got another bolt. Let's see what he decides to spend it on. The TC rather low there. Up on the top, needs to be careful. The bolt goes on one of the Raiders though. Peons have joined the fight as well. Another Grunt is about to fall. Double level up for the human. 3 and 2 on his heroes. Another Grunt is taking plenty of damage, and Ciara does not get the damage done on these casters at all. He's wasted a lot of damage on that Mountain King, and he didn't get it And once the smoke clears, we do have a Grunt, a Raider, 2 Raiders, 2 Heroes, and a Walker remaining for the Orc player.
Forces are under attack.
And this Grunt falling as well. Don't think that that one was surrounded.
Build more bombs.
Perhaps was peasants are heading back now with a level 3. That's what the metals that KemPeR really wants to work with. And once again, the Mountain King is the target here. He's got 3 ensnares, 1 more. And yeah, doing more and more damage to the MK. There's no invisibility. There's a Town Portal on the IEM, but he doesn't have the damage output to really, yeah, get this Mountain King killed, even though he's got plenty of ensnares. The heroes don't really, yeah, do too much damage at this point. He's still going for it, and he's gonna get the kill here. Eventually, there is still no heals, still no speed scroll for the Orc. He's pulling the walkers back towards the left-hand side. The next shockwave hitting nicely into those casters. Now, both of the Orc heroes are out of mana, though. The first bunch of breakers and water metals should be able to finally deal some really significant damage to these Orc units. One of the walkers going into Ethereal Shell. Both of the raiders are low, and all of the units of the Orc are in trouble here. At the same time, still plenty of casters remaining. So even though he got the Mountain King killed here, Ciara is still in huge trouble. Level 4 on the IEM. And where's the other walker? Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, that's what he's got at the moment. 2 heroes and a walker against 46 supply. So even though he got the Mountain King killed, like he wasted his AoE, part of his AoE on the Mountain King, all of his ensnares, and not worth it apparently. The next walker is falling. Speed scroll used to get back into safety. Apparently the water elemental, yeah, blocking here, but actually the entrance is still open. And Ciara is pulling back into his base. So let's see if this time, or how KemPeR this time approaches this Orc base.
Job's done.
Farseer, I don't think he's gotta use the inward potion here, does he? No, Dispel is enough to speed him up and get him back into safety. Mountain King is back, and the pressure continues against the Orc base. Raider moving out of base and snare on one of the priests. He's got very little damage output to follow this up. TC's somewhat soon gonna have a shockwave again, but it's only a level 1 shockwave so far. He's doing a decent job with the ensnare here on this guy, and even last hitting with Farseer, not with his burrow, but his burrow has fallen. That was a pretty significant one, as it covered somewhat of a large area in front of the base. Disenchant killing one of the water metals secures level 3 for TC. The Mountain King is back though, so he's gonna have a lot of nuking ability to work with again. There is the shockwave here, but he's got no follow-up damage for that, so that's not doing all too much, and the priests are going to happily heal everything back up again. One of the, actually the last walker for the moment, has fallen. Another shockwave is coming in. Level up for the Farseer and the Mountain King. 4 on the Farseer, 3 on the Mountain King. Level 2 bolt is really gonna hurt. Dispel on the wolves here. Does he have another one? Yeah, he would have. Yeah, he does have one more, and he gets rid of them. So still 52 supply even for KemPeR, who's broken into low upkeep, against 27 for Ciara, who's trying his best. Is he getting this around here? No bash on the TC. Painful enough already though. And yeah, KemPeR is just taking his time here this time, going for the altar first. Doesn't want to have these small chokes where his units are going to be clumped up. So he's learned from his mistake on Turtle Rock, taking this one slowly. And bold and slow again on the Farseer. He needs to cast another one, as that slow is about to wear off. There's still 150 mana on this Mountain King though, so KemPeR, yeah, doing this really well. He's always got a lot of mana on this Mountain King. He seems to really go for these significant bolts. The TC is the next target here. Farseer in the back is doing some damage to the breaker, and another raider is falling. 30 supply against 58. There's very little units going, or very few units actually dying this time around for KemPeR, so he's making this really hard for his opponent. The next burrow is falling, and therefore the bottom of this base is rather exposed to the humans' army. There's not really too much that Ciara can do to defend this, and there is the GG by him. So after the destruction of the tournament so far, KemPeR manages to come back. On the second map, where I guess there was more of a throw by Ciara, you know, going for an unconventional strategy. In this one, though, there was never really a point in which Ciara seemed to be ahead. All the little skirmishes went fine, or even better than that, for KemPeR. And yeah, eventually he managed to clearly win the fight at, you know, the left-hand side of the tavern, where his Mountain King got rather low but didn't get killed, and in return he killed a lot of units of Ciara. And with the next push, even though he lost his Mountain King, Ciara spent all of his ensnares and the majority of his damage output on that, and ended up with a huge supply disadvantage, and then, you know, tried to defend but wasn't able to turn it around anymore. KemPeR takes the first best of 3 in Group B. Ciara is going to have to, yeah, work himself back into the group after this first defeat. And next up is going to be the first Elf Mirror of this season, which, you know, took long enough. It's going to be Satini against Trash. So as always, you know the drill. Thumbs up, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you soon. Bye.